Hey, what's up everyone? How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone is feeling really good. And today I want to shoot a real quick video about how to determine cash flow on a multifamily apartment building. How to know what is your bottom cash flow at the debt service. Let's dive right in. So let's say you came across a deal, and let's say if the purchase price was $3 million, there were 64 units. The down payment on this deal, let's say if you go to a bank and the bank says, yes, I'll give you 80% because the occupancy is around 90% or above, and they'll give you 80% loan to value on that building. So that meaning you have to come with $600,000 down, that would be 20%. That would be at $2.4 million that you'll be owing to the bank, right? So let's say if you talk to the bank and you said, hey, look, 2.4 million is the price, 5% interest only for 2 years. Right? 5% interest only for 2 years on this 2.4 million. So that's where you're at on the number standpoint with the debt service that you're going to get the 80% LTV from. Now let's go a little bit into the gross about this $3 million deal. So let's say the gross that you have is $460,800. That's the gross. That's the gross income of everything. So if you minus 8% vacancy and 50% expenses, you're looking at about $211,968 is the NOI after you minus this. Now the 50% is taxes, insurance, property manager, etc. That's all the expenses that the seller pays. So you minus that 50% expenses, you're looking at about a $211,968 NOI. Now that's the NOI. Now what is my debt service? So remember when I was telling you you're looking at 2.4 million on debt, and let's say down here the debt service is $120,000. So you take that 2.4 million times 5%, that puts you at $120,000 debt that you'll be paying to the debt services, the mortgage that you'll be paying them. And let's say if you have investors and they put up this $600,000 and you're going to give them a 10% return on that investment, which meaning that will be $60,000 a year, which will be right here. And you get them 10%, and then also once you refinance, you can give them a 10% of the building as well. So once you take this 211, you minus that from 120, and you minus that from 60, your profit of cash flow after debt service, your cash flow is $31,968. That's your cash flow. That's your bottom dollar number that you get in your pocket every single month, or every single year, in cash flow. Now, with that being said, in today's market, a lot of investors, they like to see anywhere from a 15 to 18% average annual return. So that might be a little bit low, but just throwing numbers out there just to give you a broad understanding of how positive cash flow works at your bottom dollar at the debt service. Now keep in mind, your NOI is $209,680, but if you minus debt service and you minus your investors' capital, that's what your positive cash flow would be. Now that can be negative or positive. So if it's negative, like, okay, this is not a good deal, I need to come down on the numbers, or I have to figure something else out. But you always want that positive cash flow going in on a building. You always want that to be positive no matter what, much as possible, because you need some cash flow going in as you purchase this property. So I hope that helps. I know it's a little bit, but keep in mind how to determine the cash flow is basically your debt service has to be taken out. So your mortgage plus your investors, and then that bottom number will be your cash flow. And I will be sharing more content, more videos about this, but this is how to determine the cash flow on an apartment building complex. And if you need to understand this again, just go back over the video a couple times so you can get an understanding of how this process works. And we'll go from there, but have a wonderful, blessed day, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you.